Hello everyone, so today I'm gonna work on a feature which allows us to determine when the character is blocking. We spawn this special particle effects which shows us that the attack was blocked. So here, that's the effect, this yellow effect you see. So that shows that our attack is not landed on the enemy because it was blocked, like that. So if I am not blocking, even if I have the shield, now I'm not actively blocking. If I block, character do this. If I not, it's like this. So if I'm not actively blocking, I will get hit. Similarly, the enemy as well. Right, so that's what we are going to work on today. Determining the contact point on the shield. And before we get started, just like always, you can download the project files of this project and all other thousands of projects from the Patreon page. A link would be in the description. And also, this is a part of this action RPG with gameplay ability system, so you can watch all these episodes for free in my channel. I'll leave the link in the description below to the full playlist. And let's get back to today's tutorial. Alright, so let me just play and show what happens right now. So here, my character actually does determine when the enemy is blocking, but still we don't consider the contact point on the shield. As you can see here, we still consider the contact point on the character's mesh according to these debug shapes that I'm drawing. So now what I want to do is, when the character go to blocking mode, I need to enable collisions of the shield, and instead of detecting the contact point on the character mesh, I need to detect the contact point on the shield itself. Okay, so for that, let me open the shield object first. And here, as I remember, I set collisions to no collision in the shield. So here first I'll set this to custom and set the object type to physics body, because that's the collision, that's the actor type that I am using within the sword to determine here, to determine the trace objects and then the contact points on the trace objects. So that's why I need to make it a physics body, and by default I'll set collision enabled, and I don't think I need to change anything here, right? But if I keep the conditions enabled by default always, now even when the character is not actively blocking, my my character is moving back. That's because actually the collision of the shield is interfering with the character's movement, see? So that's why this happens. So I want to do this. Maybe let's make this query only. Anyway, I need to yeah, so now it's not interfering. Oh, I think it does. So here in the begin play, I'll set collision enabled for the actor. Not just for a component, I need to set it for the actor. Set, where is it? set actor enable collision, right, this, and by default collisions will be disabled here. Now my character is not interfering with anything, but still we are not detecting the contact points on the shields. So now I'll do something like this. Let's go to our block ability, GA block here. Now when we do the blocking, let's get avatar actor, and from the avatar actor we can get weapons, and then from weapons we can get the weapon L, and let's promote this to a variable. Let's call it shield, because only shield goes in the left as the left weapon according to the current implementation. And I don't really need to check this because we should not have this ability enabled unless we have a shield. So but anyway, so I don't think we need to check is valid. But here now let's set actor enable collision to true as long as we hold block, and montage and wait. And once we receive this, let's set actor enable collision to false. So once we stop blocking, no collisions are active on the shield. Okay, now let's check. Still I don't think we see collisions. Nope. Let's make it all overlap. That should, yeah, okay. So now we are no longer getting an interference from the shield. Okay, also make sure we have enabled overlap events, otherwise we will not see, the shield will not be get detected by the, yeah. So see, now we get points on the shield when the shield is actually character is actually blocking. So here you can see it's blocking, and we get 2 points for the collisions. One is on the shield and the other one is on the mesh. But okay, that's fine, that's something we can handle. And we get these errors because here we try to access the ability system component of whatever the hit actor, and when we get the hit actor, when you get the shield as the hit actor, we don't get a valid reference for the ability system component because the shield does not have one. So now we need to determine, even if we are hitting the shield, we need to determine what is the character, who is the character holding that shield. Now to do that, I think we should now let's collapse this. Yeah, let's collapse this. Determine contact point and actor. Determine contact point and actor. Okay, now let's go inside. here this is actually not self, this is hit component overlapped component. Right, now here before we set this variable as the hit actor, let's try to get ability system component. Here if we do get a valid reference, let's check is valid, that means we are actually hitting a character. If this is true, we can consider this as the hit actor. If not, we can do this. Can try this. Get attach parent actor and get ability system component. And if this is true, that is the actor we are attacking. So that is the character we are attacking. So we need to set hit actor as this one. And again, now that we have enabled collisions for both shield and the character already has collisions on the capsule, so there is a chance that we will this event will be called twice when we do an attack. So that's why we see the contact point debug sphere twice. Let me show that here. Now he's blocking. See, there should be 2 points. Yeah, see, that's visible. Okay, so to avoid that, we should not consider as we are hitting twice. So to avoid that, let's have another array, attacked actors, attacked not attached. And this should be an actor array, and here before we exit from here, we need to check if this attacked actor contains whatever the hit actor we just determined. If this is true, we should not exit from here. Only if this is false, we should exit. By exiting, I mean we can continue with the rest of the function. Oh, here it's capital. And also let's add the hit actor unique. Let's add the hit actor to this array, so next time when another component overlaps, we will not call this these events twice. And also we need to reset this array when we finish one attack. That means here, toggle hitbox. When we disable hitbox, when we enable hitbox, that means we are starting an attack, and when we disable hitbox, that means we have finished the attack. So even if I just call clear here, now this will be called in both enable and disable, but it's fine. Even though it's not, it is enough to call it once, either at enable or disable. That should be enough, but just for the simplicity I'll connect it like this. Now we should only see one contact point. And fortunately it's on the character mesh. Because when we do an attack, something like, no, let me slow down. So in a position like this, it works. Wait, do I still get 2 points? Let me add a print. I'm not sure. Oh, actually we see this debugger sphere twice anyway, because this happens before this part is executed. So yeah, let me just promote this to a variable. Let's call it contact location, and then cut it from here, paste here. Now we should see only one location. Let's see. Still no. Actually it is correct. Here what I'm seeing is I only see one sphere but 2 traces, because the traces are happening because we do get 2 collision events for the 2 overlap events for the shield and sword, shield and the mesh, but we only register one contact point here like this. Okay, now there is a chance that we might miss the shield and we only collect overlap with the character mesh, but I will ignore that for now and I will handle it here. If the character is already blocking, even if the sword is overlapping with the character mesh, I am already ignoring it here using this, but I'll add some some particle effect to emphasize that the attack is blocked. So I need some particle effect. We do have maybe this one, and is blockable. Okay, we have this. So let me just duplicate this and it's blocked. I don't need, oh, but let me disable this, and I have this material, this one. Let me use that. That should be appropriate for a blocked attack. Let's make it a bit faster. Like, and scale color. This is alpha. Okay, I'll use this ns blocked, and I'll spawn it in the hit point contact location, but we should only do that if this is a block. So let me duplicate this. And check if this is true. Here, if that is true, I'll spawn emitter, no, not attached, spawn emitter location, and use the locked ns blocked, this one. It's not it's spawn system at location. Yeah. And for now I'll just keep scale 1 and rotation 0. Right, let's see now how it looks. Let's forward for him to block. Yeah. Oh, I did see it twice, did I? Yeah, I did. So my solution for alright, but I'm too tired to find out why it's duplicates, so I'll just stop it for now, for today here, and let's continue to work on this feature in upcoming episodes as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. As always, updated project files will be available here for download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and see you in another episode. Goodbye.